Hello everyone and welcome back to the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. When we last left off, we had started the trial, well, the second part of the trial of the stolen turnabout. We were going to figure out who had murdered Kane Bullard and who had also stolen the urn thing. The urn. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it. Rondelite is simply too young to be sent to war, that's all. I'm afraid I have no idea what it means, Miss Otto. Ha! Then you need to get out, boy, Your Honor. Objection. Life is war, but that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. That's all my statement means. You understand now, right? Deceit. The game. Yes! Deceit. Or in the words of Kokichi, hiding behind a lair of deceit! Yes. Well, let me briefly summarize the details of this case. Wow. The judge is taking charge like he knows what is going on for a change. The victim was Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security. His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 AM in the morning of 13th. However, the time of death was estimated as 1 AM the previous day. And that's when our little lost kitten dropped the ball. Like 80 hours. Yeah, I know, I apologise. I kind of went on holiday, but we're back now, we're back. So, yeah. So it took a bit of time away. If I do take a bit of time away, don't worry about it. It might be because either, like, I don't feel like it, or I might be on a holiday or something like that. Sometimes people do need a bit of a break, you know. But anyway, but yeah. The little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant. Very well, Mr. Bullard, please call the first witness. I object, Your Honor. I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial. 17, huh? Alright. Maybe you should cut down on caffeine a bit. But the first one is always the best. Mr. Cotto, you witness. Okay then, let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Rondelite, has to say for himself. The defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? It may be a bit of a disadvantage having to just the defendant testify, but... I remember when Mia was defending me. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust back in me then. Oh, in me back then. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify. You got guts, tried. Right then, Mr. Delight, please take a step. You did it, didn't you? Yeah. What? No, that's not true. Remember now, I thought we'd set the right mood for the shortest trial ever. Well, Rondelite already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making. And once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin. Very well. Now then, can you tell me something? You didn't kill Bullard, why did you go to KB Security? Well, that's kind of hard to say. Boy, I wish I could go on. Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened. Good evening, around 1 AM. I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. A blackmail letter I got it on me to go there. I've been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was. Simple enough, right? 1 AM. Exact time and where it took place. We get washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up. Ha! Ha! Exactly! Ha! It's bitter today too, just like my destiny.
You never know from the way he's chugging it down.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
My visit to KB Security. Press guess. 1 a.m., huh? So you're absolutely sure about that? Yeah, that's what my watch said when I was entering the CEO's office. No, actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was slow on my internal.
Alright, Butsy's not on the victim, Mr. Bullard was murdered, correct? It's too late for a coffee date, that's for sure.
What? It ordered you that? It was the first time I got a blackmail and it ordered me to go somewhere.
Does that mean you got another blackmail letters then?
Oh yeah, of course. I say things like, steal this or take that. Why don't you say those later, Mr. Lighter? Please don't say anymore. Now what should I do? Press harder! So what did the blackmail letter in question say? It said to bring $50,000.
Okay. A permanent motive for committing murder.
Did it? Or did it say, or give you 50,000? Oh wait, yeah. I wasn't sure whether it said bring or will give. Oh, wait! I never did it pay the money anyway.
Oh, you're right.
After all, I had nothing to tell what if I had. I had nothing to be afraid of.
Point indeed. Let's have that this money.
Yes, sir. A muddy mud skipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do. Save, because just in case. But I mean, we all know what we need, but.
Objection!
No? Really?
Hold it!
Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway?
The blackmail letter said if you don't want to interview Chris.
You sure is ruined the whole Master Mask thing. Well, I wasn't worried. Mr. Bullard didn't have anything on me.
He didn't.
Anyway, I don't care about what anyone says about me, as long as Desi believes in me. So that's why Mr. Light didn't believe he was Mask to Mask. That's why he knew they were just hollow threats.
Hold it!
He used to be a security chief at KV Security, right? Yeah, that's right.
The security chief? You? And yet, a year ago you were fired without notice. Revenge for no good? Perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say? Again.
This isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject. Why he was fired. Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job. Well...
The world is filled with those who have said, I wish I'd never asked that.
Okay, let me take it back.
Defendant, please answer the question.
I need money.
Need money?
Well, you see, Desi loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby, so not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick? Yeah, my son wasn't doing enough, so I stole data from the company. What? Come again? KB Security has a lot of security on all sorts of companies. This is our security team, Chief.
You stole some data and sold it.
Mr. Bullet found out and I was fired immediately. Wah! I wish I'd never asked that. I was somehow able to keep it secret. It made it seem like I'd quit on my own. What is it, Nick? You don't look so good.
Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment. You do well to remember that.
Yeah, he sure told you.
So you admit that you stole data from my company, is that correct?
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry.
It's a very important fact. Please answer to your respect.
Oh man, this whole thing just took a big turn for the worse. Crashed and blew up. It's going to take jaws of life to rip this case when it clutches a disaster. Company secrets.
Hold it!
Damn it, it's not going to let me do that again.
Hold it!
Okay. Why would you do something like that? Well, for Disney's hobby, what else? Wasting money, huh? It's not a waste! So, Mr. White doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she? So it would seem. Well, I sure want to think about couples who keep secret like that from each other. I can't believe it. This case has even got a Maya. It has gotten even Maya to think seriously about couples.
Please understand for business, right?
Not much there to his testimony, was there? Sounds like he's voting something. At least that's what it sounds like to me. I got a bit of thinking about this. We better be careful. But if you don't find a way to make him spill the beans, nothing up closer to the truth. Yeah.
Hold it!
No, I didn't want that. No, I didn't.
Objection!
What? Ah, no. What do you mean?
The victim has no proof the defendant was masked to mask, but you were the one that stole company secrets only 1 year earlier.
God, yeah, I thought it. Well, I stumbled upon that. Oh, that was all over once I was fired. But it is true that the fact I stole secrets was kept under wraps. Even so, there's no reason for me to pay up now, a whole year later. Is that really true? What is it, Nick? The fact that Ron was stealing company data, I wonder if he would have had a problem if that ever became public knowledge. Mr. Delight, I believe you would have been in considerable trouble if your identity as a company data thief was made public.
Mr. Wright, what are you trying to do by bullying your own client?
They're like colonies of bacteria. The more heat you apply, the faster they grow. Well, that's exactly right.
Well then, feel free to keep up the heat, my little lawyer amigo.
Little lawyer amigo?
Yes, now come on, provide some evidence to back your assertion. Objection.
Here you are. Don't worry if you can't stay. Don't worry about it, because like I keep saying, this will always go back onto you. This will go onto YouTube after the live stream anyway. So, if you wish to go, then feel free and everything. Why Mr. Delight want to keep his data stealing secret from going public?
Well, Mr. Defendant. You're a defendant?
Just when I thought it wasn't possible, a whole new level of irritation rises before me.
Looks like the defendant was just playing with himself.
Do you think you could rephrase that, Your Honor? For my sake?
Well, let's get back to the testimony, shall we?
Yeah! Aha!
Hold it! Hold it!
I'm curious, is any other new dial? No.
Objection!
Objection! I'm afraid that reason isn't gonna hold up anymore.
What do you mean? Yeah. Not especially. No, I guess not. But didn't you just say might? Always avoid unpleasant or inconvenient facts. That's one of my rules. Don't try to get unexpected or cool.
Hold it!
So it's definitely this.
Objection!
Objection! I'm afraid that reason isn't gonna work anymore.
Yes, he would. Why would Mr. Delight want to keep his data stealing secret from going public?
Take that!
Huh. Well, Mr. Defendant.
God damn it, man.
Hold it! Objection!
Objection!
Yes. Right.
Take that!
Not that. Okay.
Hold it! Objection!
Yeah, he would. I am stuck.
Take that!
It's gotta be this.
Objection!
Right, so why would Mr. Delight want to keep his data stealing secret from going public? So he stole data from KB Security. Why would he want to prevent that from going public? Is it because of DECEIT? Is it because of DECEIT?
Take that!
It's because of DECEIT. I mean, it literally just hit me. Okay, it literally just hit. He wants to keep DECEIT, so he wants to do his best to keep her. That means keeping any secrets away from her. It literally just hit me. Mr. Delight, what you said just now doesn't match what you told me yesterday. Huh? Oh, doesn't? I think you must have been scared. Very scared. Having a certain person find out your secrets. Ooh.
A certain person? Mr. Zero Delight, the defendant's wife. Why did I do it in Dutch's voice?
Ah, but listen to me. My Desi, she's...
Looks like I'll just sit back and relax. The fun will end before it truly begins. Objection. I gotta. Yeah, we know it was all your wife's fault. What do you mean? Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habit, for which he was fired, unable to face his own wife. Someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how this murder came about. Oh.
No, everything is falling neatly in plain place for him. Don't talk about my Desi like that, or you'll be sorry.
Well, it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far.
What do you think, Nick? I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes.
Clearly there was sufficient motive for murder. He stole data for his wife and killed to protect his secret. A family man who cared just a little too much. The motive is clear, let's move on. What happened to the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now, tell us, we're all ears.
At the CEO's office. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there.
Ooh! That hair, that hand, it can only be...
Gumshoe! It was Gumshoe! Detective Gumshoe is the real murderer! Suddenly I was hit on the forehead. After that I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would be killed. When I came to, Mr. Bull was lying there, dead.
I see. Something out on the head of the forehead, huh? You believe the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony. He said the mask struck him on the head from behind.
Of course, it suddenly turned out to be the culprit himself. That was all a lie.
Ah, no one's gonna believe a pathetic lie like that. Objection, what are you
saying? I really was attacked.
We'll find out if you say... What do you say if you want to join your cross-examination? Got that, Mr. Trite? Don't go easy just because he's your client.
Press the mask part. Okie dokie.
If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend.
You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Gallo. I have faith in Rob. Oh no, he'll do it. I'm assuming this. That, could you please clarify what you're referring to? Why, my Master Mask costume, of course.
Wait just a moment. Master Mask?
Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I chose this Master Mask. And then I descended upon the officer's CEO of Scurry.
What?
Nick, did you know about this? You never told me this. I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either.
Even I didn't know that.
Ooh. Cigarette smoke? Oh no, it's not cigarette smoke. I don't know why I thought it was cigarette smoke. It's his mask.
Ooh. Seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets.
Oh, I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Wait. That's not right.
Kane did not.
Slow down? Slow. That's alright. You know, sometimes things just...
Why is this Govy stared up at me coldly? At any rate, we can't just ignore this new piece of information. What displays tracks on testimony?
I'd have been killed if I hadn't been wearing my Master Mask costumes. Your forehead? Yeah, I was on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. It was an amazingly fast and powerful attack. Do you know anything about who hit you? Oh, like I said, it was fast and powerful, so I think it was all days for a while. I don't think Mr. Light even grasped what you were asking. Yeah, I'd like to show my fast and power to provide for attack myself. Maybe that would knock some sense back into him. Why are you dressed up as Master Mask? Why, because I'm Master Mask, of course.
What are you talking about? Master Mask's story has been out before.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Anyway, at that time, I thought I was being blackmailed out of the Master Mask issue. So I thought I should go with him just to be safe. Oh boy. Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than I expected. Took a lot longer? What is he talking about? What do you mean by took a lot longer? Oh, opening the safe, of course. My cape got caught in the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Polite's body.
What was that? Back up a second. You were the one that hid the body in the safe?
Oh, well, yeah.
And I see more. Why? Just why? What reason could you have? What are you thinking?
Question, when does someone toss their dirty shirts in the washing machine?
What?
The answer's simple. When they take them off.
As usual, I have no idea what you're saying. Now present the button.
Calm down. Do you mean... Oh, goddammit.
So you're not as stupid as you look.
His metaphor this time was really obscure.
That's right, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you?
Well, yes.
Why am I the only one not in the loop here? Let us make sure about this surface money.
Yes, sir. Uh-oh, looks like a storm front is moving in over the fair weather judge. Far weather. Objection! Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record? I mean, it kind of would have been obvious with the 10 minutes thing, even though it's like 2 minutes past, but still.
What might this be?
This record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's secure office to security. If the button in the office is pressed, the security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 AM.
What?
If Mr. Rondelite Tree was the murderer, he would have run as soon as that button sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading his way.
Objection!
Objection! Ha! Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea there was security personnel in the building.
Well, until 1 year ago, my client was working as a chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them.
There we go again. But as it turns out, the guard never came.
There was nothing more than a mere coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser. Hey, you can't call who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity was not something Mr. Light could have known. Hey man, you can't do that to me. I'm your friend. You can't call me a loser. You loser? Well, come on, Larry. Let's be real. You are a bit of a loser. Mr. Miles Edgeworth just appears out of nowhere. Actually, yes, I can attest to that. He is quite a bit of a loser for as long as I've known him. Seriously, dude! You as well? Well, yes. I have known you since my time at school. Really? So you both think I'm a bit of a loser? Well, yes. Actually, everyone in the school thinks poor you a loser. Everyone still does think you're a lizard, but no one says it to your face. Come on, man, really? Oh, that's just sad.
Ha! Again, remember who we're dealing with here? It's sure bad that Mr. Light didn't even notice the buzzer going off. And actually, he is a bit of a loser. Just from even hearing his voice, I don't even know him.
Seriously, dude? I don't even know you! You're here. Oh, man. This just sucks. Shut up, Larry. This buzzer is extremely loud. There's no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is.
Conscious? What do you mean by that?
No. You have to be deaf to not hear that. I was gonna say you do have to be deaf to not hear that button. Like, Jesus Christ, that button is loud and annoying. Loud, annoying, and very annoying. Loud, annoying, and very annoying. Loud, annoying. It's alright, just a couple of people called Max Mittelman and Robbie Damon made a YouTube channel called Loud, Annoying, Very Annoying. And Max Mittelman is the voice for Ryuji in Persona 5, and Robbie Damon is the voice of Goro Akechi from Persona 5 as well. So it was really interesting, to be fair.
Fine, let's hear a theory.
Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him, and Mr. Light said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes.
Unconscious? So he fainted.
That's why Mr. Light didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he had time to hide. Well, he thought he had time to hide the body.
So what are you trying to say?
Mr. Light was knocked out and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was still unconscious, it can only mean that there was another person in that room. That's right. Whoever it was, they knocked out Ronda Light and pressed the buzzer.
Order in a court. Mr. Wright. Well, this is preposterous. If it was this kid, Ronda Light is the one who killed Kane Bullard.
Then who pressed the buzzer?
It was the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button.
Yeah. Does it say that? It doesn't actually say whether it's instantaneous or not. Okay.
So Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion of this, Mr. Wright?
I need to prove the real criminal was there at the scene, but how? Can I prove that it wasn't Kane Bullard who sounded the buzzer? There was! It was! Oh, God almighty! Fellow Vixen! Hang on. Oh, I think I just had a heart attack. Give me a second, people. Not actually have a heart attack, don't worry about it. Oh. I forgot my cat was in here with me. Oh, that's actually made me slightly lightheaded. Wow, okay, I honestly thought there was someone in the room with me. I was like, oh Christ almighty. Stop scaring me like that, Vixen. It is! 20% of the stream is cat problems. You're very right there. The annoying thing is, my cat, so annoying. Because, like, she'll start scratching at the door, or she'll end up on my lap somehow and things like that. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Vixen. Can you not just leave me be for a bit? This piece of evidence proves...
Take that!
I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence you were looking for.
The emergency buzzer? Is there some kind of trick to this?
Absolutely not.
Hey, come on now, at least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth.
The fact that there are absolutely no clues is in itself the clue.
No, I'm the one who's clueless.
This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself, naturally he would have left his fingerprints behind.
Objection!
We're on the line, obviously wipe them off.
Objection!
Why would he? God could have come in at any moment.
He touched that button, I know he did.
The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Masty Mask. A Masty Mask always wears gloves. What reason could he have possibly had to wipe the button free of fingerprints?
Order, order, order! It would seem I've been forced to eat crow.
Well, a blend number of crow-flavored coffees.
However, if the real killer is there at the scene, or the person pressed the emergency buzzer, shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger? What with this awkward silence all of a sudden? I don't like it. I hate silence. It looks like you're fresh out of politics.
Aren't you, Nick? Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts. The real culprit killed Mr. Bullard around 1 AM. And Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right? And the killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer. Even though security is supposed to respond straight away if the buzzer was pressed, security was supposed to respond.
Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say.
Very well then.
Oh, you got some guts. I like that in an opponent. Why did a real killer sound the emergency buzzer?
To find out what it did to call a security guard, they didn't mean to call a security guard. The killer knew that if they pressed the button, the guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted.
Did you mean to say...
It's luck to call. What do you mean it's luck to call? What? What?
Did you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose?
Yes. Although as it turned out, he never showed up. Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time. Clock time.
Ha! What a touching story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in.
No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Rod Delight, who was now cold. And the 3rd person, the real killer. Ooh, Detective Gumshoe.
Hypothetically, yes.
Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Ron Delight. And if any security guards came around at the time, who'd think that I was a murderer? Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Ron Delight for the murder.
Order, order, order. It would seem I've been made to eat. Oh my goodness.
I must apologise.
I've been made to eat my words once again.
Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee.
Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to free me?
Wait a second. I'm the one who messed him up, so... Nick! You mean the real killer is... Look at the floor. There's a lot of black shit. Black shit. Floor. Oh, yeah. We're going to drive that person here right now. But who is it? I don't have any solid proof yet. Think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called to KB security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullet.
Now then, this is your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it who blamed Mr. Delight for the murder of
Kane Bullet? I mean... It's the only person that would make sense. He is the only person that would make sense. Detective, look at me. He's the only one who could have done it.
He's detective.
Look at me.
You mean Master President?
Your Honor, the person being tried in the court next to us is not Musty Mask at all. He's in actuality the true murderer of Kane Bullet. Yellow.
Order! Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Theft and murder. Which is the more serious crime?
They're not even close. Murder is the more serious crime, of course. And against the capital crime punishment. They're subjected to a capital punishment.
Please remember the trial from yesterday, if you would. When Luke had me confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom. Of course, a famous detective was amassed as, well, Master Mask. Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. And that was his true objective all along.
To be found guilty.
Master Mask had the perfect alibi for when murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lordly Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Master Mask was Luke Abney's airtight, watertight, and unassailable ally. Ally? Alibi! I mean, that mean when I mean is me ending. No, if you're thieving the whole gallery and stealing evidence. Actually, that's true. That's very true, to be fair. Stealing Jesus Christ, I can't talk today. Evidence. Stealing evidence. That's bad. Should never ever be done, should it, girl? Eh?
A guilty verdict as an alibi.
You have rather long whiskers, I've just realised.
You know, it's almost time. For what? For Luke Academy's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial. We're going to stop this trial and install that one. We need to do it now. Of course, that's assuming you have proof the detective was the one who committed the murder. Mr. Luke Academy's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were intrude and failed to provide adequate proof that it is true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal.
Stealing the truth is more bad. That is true. Stealing evidence, well, technically stealing evidence is stealing the truth. To be fair, am I really sure about this?
Huh, a bet's only as good as when your life's on the ante.
That's right, I believe in you, Mr. Delight. So please, I'm begging you. Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this? Phoenix! What was that? Go straight, Phoenix! For your client, take the path of trust. That voice, it sounds like... Mia! Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess.
Huh. So that's your answer, huh? Well, I decided as well. This court will allow I'll take a 20-minute recess. I'm afraid when I return, please someone must look up me to the stand.
Yes, Your Honor. Will you stop? You're glowing me like mad. October 14th, 11:58 AM. Oh, hello. Didn't think I was going to see you here. Well, Sir Detective, that's me.
I have to say, Miss Payne, you pull upon splendidly.
Hello, Sir Detective, that's me. You were the one who... Look at that Phoenix thief getting not guilty and make innocent people guilty. Exactly. Wait. Oh, hi, who are you? I'm still going to do the same voice, because... Well, you judge, but I don't even get
That's enough. This court has no reason to prolong this, or this court finds the defendant look at me.
Hold it!
Wait, don't handle the verdict, please.
Well, Sir Lawyer, I'm getting so him. Who's this? Who's that? Hey?
My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law, and I wish to file an accusation against this man who capped me. Accusation? You accuse Matthew Mask? That man is not Matthew Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer.
What?
Ooh, to be continued. Ooh. Canada! I can't do a Canadian voice. I'm just going to stick to my judge voice. I don't even care. You might be a completely different character, but I don't care. I'm just going to do the judge voice. I always do the same judge voice for every judge, so. Hello. You alright? Hello. My cat has decided to be very affectionate to me. She kind of just stood up and she stood up and she's being very... My cat is being very affectionate to me at the minute. You lie back down. Lie back down. That's it. Come on, lie back down. That's a good girl. Good girl. There we go. Good girl. Yes, please, I would like to save here. October 14th, 12:14 PM. My sis! I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice. So she's still alive. Nicky boy! Oh, Mr. Knight. Is it true that detective is the real killer? To be honest, we don't have any definitive proof. But he's the only one who could have done it. But wasn't he the lonely turd night? Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Admin want to kill Kane Bullard? Oops. Almost done. Better get back to the courtroom. I need to find some solid proof. It's gotta happen sooner rather than later. 12:21 PM.
Nothing this court is balances. If you look at me, please take the stand.
What do you want? You keep looking at me. You keep looking at me like you want something. What do you want? Hey? If you want some food, I'll give you some food after, alright? I don't know what you want. Come on. Behave. Just for a little bit longer. Well, how do you do, Sir Lawyer? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly. I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. No one would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Master Mask. I'm sorry, I'm afraid even the great Luke F.B. has no idea what it means. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could have been could know what's been going on here.
You've been in defendant's seat all day, correct? Being tried as Master Mask.
Indeed, it's truly child's play to fully ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a chance reward upon returning their property to them. She this red diamond ring that sparkles above my divine finger, for example. So you continue to insist that you are, in fact, Mask Demask. Of course.
Very well then, look at me. Let us begin with this simple question. On October 12th at 1 AM, King Boris was murdered. Where were you at that time?
But without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge.
Thanks. I object to what he's saying. Alright, Mr. Ratmeat, the night of the murders speak now. We're all ears.
As you wish, your prosecutor. Have you got what voice I gave her? Look at me. I was in the urn as Matty Mask, just as I thought I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was very much like this. It was a pathetic and easy job. The photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Nasty Mask was the same time as the murder.
Seems a very important discussion will be this photo of the crime scene.
Everything else up until now was all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well. Even the great Nasty Mask cannot be in two places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive. Unfortunately, Mr. Admin, we still have to do your cross-examination. A fool is too foolish to know that he is a fool. And I got that from this German girl with blue hair. I don't even know who she was. Still. Can you just go out? Can you just go for a second? You can come back in a second, don't you worry. It's just so I can... You can come back now. Hot sauce, ketchup, mayo, mustard, sweet soy, salty soy, all this which... Oh! I don't like mustard, I don't like soy, I don't like sweet soy or salty soy. It's between hot sauce, ketchup and mayo. I don't know! Oh God, give me a second. I do like, probably mayo would be my top on that. Give me a second, I apologise. No one. You're all good. What are you doing? Come on back. Yeah, out of them lot, I'd probably have to pick mayo. I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick. The only thing that's full of it is his alibi. No. I mean 2 minutes off, but yeah. So this photograph is the proof, correct? Indeed it is. And the man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask. That is why I'm called Bestie Mask. But conveniently, that also means there's no way to tell who this really is. What do you mean? Huh? You say this is not in fact Luke at me? Could it be an accomplice dressed up as Nasty Mask to create an alibi? Ha! What an interesting idea! You say that I, Lone Wolf Luke, had an accomplice. Yes, the real Nasty Mask. Luke Admin was at KB Security during the murder. The Nasty Mask in this picture has to be a fake. Exactly, you had an accomplice.
Now remember you said that, Mr. Stripe, because it's no good back. You're gonna make baseless claims, I'll treat you to penalty myself.
That penalty's probably boiling hot too.
So who is it, Mr. Stripe? Who is the accomplice?
There aren't any, go on. It was this person.
Huh. That's quite a prank you're trying to pull. Do you have any evidence that this person felt the accomplice?
Well, the aura that this person has around them is...
If you're gonna judge someone with an aura, you'd be right up there as the #1 suspect, Mr. Wright.
Objection!
Objection!
Look at you, the master asked us to be a patron of faith. And there really was an accomplice. But right now I have no idea who it was. I don't have an idea right now either. Basic objections is just what that guy wants. It's gotta be another way, and I'm gonna find it. I believe Adrian Andrews has...
That's right! It was over 2 days ago, if I'm not mistaken.
You sent the calling card to Lord Lieutenant 10 days before the heist. That would mean that you sent the calling card after you began your security watch, right?
Indeed, there was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was a perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. Actually, you truly are evil, aren't you? Yes, evil is what I am.
Hey Nick, isn't there something odd about this? Talking about me was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the item was stolen from Lolly Taylor, while he was the only one watching it, he'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona. You know, that's true. It's kind of odd. Speckled?
So my photograph you mean is that correct? Indeed it is! The very thing that proves I committed the crime!
The very thing that proves you committed the crime. When you think about it, it's pretty odd. You say that as if you had this picture taken on purpose.
You simply caught... Oh, the urn! He was simply caught by the very camera that he had set up. We all have days like that. Indeed, it turns out that there was no such thing as a perfect crime after all. Life is truly an ironic thing, a sad blue melody here.
It looks like I better gather more information for now. If he's true, the killer's gotta be something phony in that photo.
Objection!
No! Ah! I didn't mean to present.
I have a feeling it's gonna be the box. It's not the box. Right. About the camera that took this photograph. Oh, come now, it's all clear, what are you thinking?
Huh?
You think I altered the timestamp in the photo, don't you? I'm afraid that's impossible.
There should be statue. Yeah. Oh, yes! Yes! Yeah, but there should... Yeah.
The camera was set up with Lolly Tail on top of that. Lolly Tail set the pretty good pictures too. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered. I assure you.
Looks like I better find something else that could be suspicious. So this alibi is false. face, not that.
Objection!
Maybe it's the paint marks? No, it's not the paint marks. I am going to leave it off here for today anyway. I will have to remember that statue and the paint, but I will have to leave it off here for today because I'm a busy boy with a staring cat apparently. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help. Click the bell icon down below to be notified when I live stream or upload a video. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!